So the first type of figure we're going to look at finding area is the area of a square or a rectangle. In order to find the area of a square or rectangle, we're going to take and you're going to multiply length times width. L stands for length, and W stands for width. So when we look at this, let's take this figure for instance. We have a figure here that looks like an L-shaped figure. What we can do is we can actually dissect this figure into two different rectangles. So when we dissect this and turn it into two different rectangles, we're going to have rectangle A and rectangle B. So we're going to first find the rectangle or the area of rectangle A. So we're going to say area equals length times width. So in this case our length is 5 and our width is 2. And when we multiply those, we get 10. Then we're going to take B down here. B is going to be, the length is 6. In this case it's 6. Or no, 6, excuse me, this is 4. 6 is for the total length, so you got to look at here from this side to this side is 4. So we're going to say it's 4. Our width is 2 again. 4 times 2 is 8. Now we're not finished. Once we've done that, we have A and B, and we've got to add the two together. So we're going to simply add 10 and 8 together, and we're at 18. Now since I didn't give you what the units were in this case, we're just going to call it units. So 18 units squared is our final answer. So again, to find the area of a square or rectangle, we're going to take area equals length times width. So the next figure we're going to talk about is the area of a triangle. As you see here, we all know the triangle is a three-sided figure, and that from top to bottom is going to be our height. So just like you have a height from your base of your feet all the way to your head is your height, and then our base, or the very bottom of the triangle, is going to be our base. And so in order to find the area of a triangle, our formula is area equals half base times height. Now I've seen it done a lot of ways, and a lot of people see it done a couple of ways, but sometimes you also see it as base times height divided by 2. Either way works, either way is going to give you the same answer. Okay? So if we took a triangle, for instance, and gave us a base of, let's say, 2 and a height of 4, we're going to put in area equals base of 2, a height of 4, and we'll just call it divided by 2 in this case. So area is going to equal 2 times 4 is 8, divided by 2, and our area is going to equal 4. And again, since I didn't give you any units, it's going to be 4 units squared. So again, for the area of a triangle, we're going to have area equals half base times height, or area equals base times height divided by 2. Where height is just like this, our base is at the bottom, and this is how we find our answer. So the next figure we're going to talk about is a circle. We're going to try to find the area of a circle. Now here's where a lot of students get confused and they try to mix up circumference and area. And here we're going to make sure we understand the difference between the two. Remember, circumference is a distance around a circle, and the area is going to be the amount of space we have inside the circle. So when we're looking at this, our area of a circle is going to be pi times r squared, where r is going to be our radius. So we have our figure here, as you can see, is we have a circle with our radius. Now, when we're trying to find the area of a circle, let's say our radius in this case was 5. So we're going to have area of a circle equals pi times 5 squared. Now once we've done that, we're going to take and multiply out. First thing we can do is let's multiply, make sure we do our order of operations again. So we're going to take an exponent first. So 5 squared is going to be 25 pi. Now once we multiply 25 pi, then we come up with 78.5. In this case, I didn't give you the units, so it's just units squared. So again, do not confuse the area of a circle with the circumference of a circle. Circumference is the distance around. The area of a circle is the amount of space we have inside the circle. So our formula for area of a circle is area equals pi r squared, with r being our radius. So for our last figure here, we're going to try to find the area of a parallelogram. And remember, a parallelogram is basically just a four-sided figure that has two sides parallel. Okay? So with our area of a parallelogram, we're going to do a couple of different things here. First thing is to know that the area is going to equal the area of first figure plus the area of the second figure. So you're probably going, well, what are your two figures? We only have one figure here. Or what we can do with a parallelogram is we can actually dissect this into two triangles. So we'll call this one area 1 and area 2. So those are that's our parallelogram, and this is our formula for it. So let's just say this side's 8, this side's 5, this side's 5, and let's change our height since it's giving us the height here of 4. Okay? So what we're going to do is, if you remember correctly, since we have two triangles, area 1 is going to be base times height divided by 2. So our base, in this case, is going to be 8, and our height is going to be 4. So we're going to take, and we're going to go area of 1 equals 8 times 4 divided by 2, which is going to give us 8 times 4 is 32, divided by 2 is 16. So the area of area 1 is 16. So we can come over here to area 2, and again, our base is 8, our height is 4. 8 times 4 divided by 2, we get the same thing, 32 divided by 2, we get a final answer of 16. Now we're not completely done now. Now that we have the area of 1 and the area of 2, remember we have to add them together.